My child, come and sit with me for a moment. Still your heart and quiet your mind, for I wish to speak to you about something that has been weighing on your spirit, even when you do not notice its heaviness. I have watched you, not from a distance, but from within the very chambers of your heart. I have seen every flicker of joy, every shadow of sorrow, and I have felt the rising heat of a habit that has become a close but cruel companion to you. I speak of your anger. Hear me, beloved. My words are not meant to bring shame or to cast a harsh light on your faults. I am the God of compassion, the one who formed you from dust and breathed life into your lungs. My love for you is the foundation of your existence, and it is from this place of unending love that I speak now. I do not come to condemn you for the anger you have carried, but to unburden you from it, to help you lay down a weight you were never created to bear. I know why you hold on to it. I have been with you in the moments that gave this anger its roots. I was there when you were wounded by a careless word, when you felt unseen by those you needed most, when injustice made your spirit cry out, and when the pressures of this world felt like they would crush you. In those moments, anger felt like a necessary defense. It felt like a shield to protect the soft, vulnerable parts of you. It felt like a signal to the world that you were hurting, that you cared, that you would not be broken. You believed it was your strength, a fire to keep the coldness of the world at bay. But my child, listen with an open heart. A shield that burns your own hand is not true protection. A fire that consumes your own home to keep you warm is not true comfort. This anger, which you once saw as a tool for survival, has slowly become a prison. It began as a spark, a justifiable response to pain. But over time, you have returned to it again and again, and it has carved pathways in your mind and your heart. It has become a familiar, automatic reaction. It is a storm that you think you can control, starting as a small cloud on the horizon of your emotions. But soon, the wind picks up, the sky darkens, and before you know it, you are swept away by a force that leads you to places you never intended to go. I see what this anger does to you, even when you cannot. I feel the change in your heartbeat, the tightening in your chest, the clouding of your thoughts. I hear the words that escape your lips in the heat of the moment, words that you later wish you could take back, words that build walls between you and the very people you long to be close to. This anger steals the gentle spirit I placed within you. It robs you of your energy, leaving you exhausted and depleted, with little strength left for joy, for creativity, for love, for the purposes I have laid out for you. Most importantly, my child, this anger creates a static that makes it difficult for you to hear my voice. I am always speaking, always guiding, always offering my peace, but anger is a loud and demanding guest in your heart. It shouts and drowns out my whispers of comfort, my guidance toward a better way, and my reminders of who you truly are. You have cried out to me for peace, but peace cannot grow in a garden that is constantly being scorched by fire. Let me be clear, this anger has not made you stronger. It has not earned you the respect or control you seek. It has not healed your wounds. Instead, it has quietly and methodically drained you. It is like carrying a heavy, jagged stone in your pocket. At first, you barely notice it, but over time, its weight has changed the way you walk, the way you stand, the way you approach the world. You have become so accustomed to its presence that you believe it is a part of you. But I am here to tell you a profound truth. I, your creator who knows every fiber of your being, declare that this anger is not you. It was never a part of the original design I created for your soul. You are not your anger. It is a response you learned, a habit you formed, a shadow that has followed you for too long. But shadows have no power of their own. They are merely the absence of light. And I am the light of the world. I am asking you now for your own sake to let it go. Lay it down. Not for me, for my love for you is constant and unshakable, whether you are angry or at peace. I ask this for you because I desire your wholeness, your freedom, and your joy more than you can possibly imagine. I long to see you walk in a lightness of spirit that you have forgotten is possible. You may be asking, how? How do I let go of something that feels so automatic, so deeply woven into my reactions? It begins with a simple, courageous act. Notice. Awareness is the first key to your freedom. Begin to observe your own heart. Notice the first flicker of irritation before it becomes a flame. Notice the tension building in your shoulders, the clenching of your jaw. Notice the thoughts that feed the fear, the thoughts of unfairness, of being wronged, of fear. Do not judge yourself when you notice these things. Simply see them for what they are, the beginnings of a storm. In that moment of noticing, before the storm takes over, I want you to do something revolutionary. I want you to turn your face toward me. You can do this by simply breathing my name. Do not see this as a magic formula, but as an act of turning. In that split second, you are choosing to look at me instead of the offense. You are choosing to invite my presence into your struggle, and I promise you, I will meet you there. I do not wait for you to be calm before I draw near. My child, I draw near in order to calm you. I come to you in the midst of the rising tide to offer you an anchor. I come to soften the hardness that is beginning to form around your heart. I come to remind you of who you are, my beloved child, created for peace. In that sacred pause, when you choose me over your reaction, a miracle begins to unfold. You are rewriting the script. You are weakening the old pathway and carving a new one. This is where the true transformation happens, for I wish to give you something far better than the false power of anger. Where you have known defensiveness, I want to give you true strength, a quiet confidence that does not need to shout. Where you have felt indignation, I will plant compassion, the ability to see the pain behind another's actions. Where you have felt resentment, I will cultivate forgiveness, which is the key that unlocks your own prison. I will teach you patience, not the passive waiting you have known, but an active, understanding patience that is born of wisdom. I will teach you gentleness, not as a sign of weakness, but as a demonstration of a power so great it does not need to be forceful. To aid you in this, you must fill your mind with a different voice. Your anger has been fed by the thoughts you rehearse, the grievances you replay, the injustices you dwell on. You must now choose to feed your spirit with my words. Read the scriptures I have given you. Let them be the first thing your mind turns to in the morning and the last thing that settles your heart at night. My words are not just letters on a page. They are living and active. They have the power to reshape your thoughts, to cleanse your heart, and to renew your mind. When you fill your mind with my promises, my truth, and my perspective, the lies that fuel anger begin to lose their power. When you speak my words aloud, you are consecrating your voice, which has been used for outbursts, and turning it into an instrument of peace. My words will remind you that vengeance is mine, that I see every wrong, and that I am a God of perfect justice. They will teach you to entrust your hurts to me, knowing that I can heal what you cannot. They will be a balm to the old wounds that anger has tried to protect. Anger cannot thrive in a heart that is saturated with my presence and my truth. Do not be afraid of this process. Do not fear failure. You have lived with this habit for a long time, and it will not disappear overnight. There will be moments when you stumble, when an old reaction flares up unexpectedly. In those moments, do not fall into despair or self-condemnation. That is not my voice you hear. My voice will be the one that gently says, "It's okay. Let's try again." Failure does not reset your progress. Every time you recognize the pattern, you weaken it. Every time you choose to breathe and turn to me, even if it's after you've already stumbled, you are growing. Your effort, your desire for change, your yearning for peace, I see it all, and I honor it. I am not a distant, disappointed father. I am a loving guide, walking beside you, holding your hand and celebrating every small victory with you. My child, let me into the deepest places of your heart, the places where the seeds of anger were first planted. Let me heal the memories that still echo with pain. Let me soothe the part of you that has felt so misunderstood, so overlooked, so hurt. Let me stand with you in the center of your emotional storms until they run out of fury. Let my love be the healing ointment on the wounds that taught you to be defensive. You no longer need the broken tools you used to survive. I have better tools for you. Tools that build up instead of tear down. Tools that bring connection instead of isolation. Tools that bring life and peace. Imagine the life that is waiting for you on the other side of this. A life where your peace is not dependent on your circumstances. A life where your relationships can deepen, where you can be a safe harbor for others instead of a storm. A life where your decisions are guided by wisdom and clarity, not by reactive heat. A life where you are free from the exhausting cycle of anger and regret. A life where your spirit can finally breathe and soar as I intended. This is not a distant dream. It is your inheritance. It is the path I am laying before you right now. You are ready. The fact that you are hearing and receiving these words is proof that your spirit is prepared for this change. So I ask you one more time, my beloved child, open your hands. Let go of the stone you have been clutching. Let the fire of anger subside and allow the warm, gentle light of my love to fill you. It is not an act of weakness to let go. It is the ultimate act of strength and trust. Trust me. Trust that I know what is best for you. Trust that I will not leave you empty, but will fill you with a peace that surpasses all understanding, a strength that is rooted in grace, and a love that can transform the world around you. Step into this freedom with me. I am here. I have always been here, and I will walk with you step by step, breath by breath, until you are fully living in the peace I designed for your soul. Let go now. Your new life begins in this moment.